Hello and good evening, and welcome to Something Something Chat Show with Tom Jr. Jackson presents Late Night Live with Tom Jr. Jackson, episode 0. And as always, welcome to the show. Welcome to watch, and just something fun I wanted to try out doing on a Sunday night. And I hope you are all enjoying yourselves this great weekend. Hope you got out to go to the movies to see either Spider-Man or um, Transformers or whatever you want to watch. As always, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the links to the channel, um, and join me June 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific for my interview with uh, Maria Espino. It'll be a great interview, and I hope to see you all there. Hello to the Force Unleashed and the Hidden. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so I thought I'd go live because I had nothing else better to do tonight. I was going to watch something, but I already did, and I thought, I'll go on for a little bit, see who'd show up. But it's good to see you both. Welcome, welcome. Hope you all having a great weekend. I'm having a great night, great day today as well. Um, let's see. How are you guys doing? How are you doing, Hidden? How are you doing today? Okay, so I thought I'd show some movies that I have, and just something fun to do because why not? It's Sunday night, nothing really ever goes on, so why not? I talked to Maria Espino today, and she's doing well, and we're looking forward to our interview next week. Yeah, I believe it's next week is the 20th. Yes, next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Right here on the channel, you will see me interviewing uh, Maria Espino. Oh, that's great. Great. Glad to hear that you saw it. I believe I just found out tonight that it should be out on physical media, 4K Blu-ray digital in September. I'm trying to think if I remember the date. I know it's sometime in September. The movie will be out on 4K Blu-ray, and digital, and probably DVD as well. So there's that. So that's always a great little thing there. Let's see here. Yeah, so um there's that. And I can't wait. I just pre-ordered today Across the Spider-Verse because that's already available for pre-orders from Amazon. I think that's 25 which isn't that bad. So I can't wait to get that. And hopefully there'll be a commentary on that as well. Have I haven't seen it yet, and from what I've heard, it's good and fun. And hello, Thomas. And from what I know is that they've people have spoiled the surprise ending to it to Transformers. So Which, come on, folks. The movie just came out. Let's not. Everybody's just so gotta. Yeah, and Rise of the Beast should be out September. It'll be out in September on Blu-ray, 4K, DVD, digital. So there. Hi Darth Plato. I finally got my Dungeons and Dragons Blu-ray, and I got the John Wick 4. Yeah, so on Tuesday it's supposed to come out, but I got it yesterday. I love John Wick. I love the John Wick films. They're fun. John Wick 4 is the best video game adaptation of a movie that's not a video game. That's what I think of it. So yeah. It's good to see you, Dr. Plato. As a matter of fact, I was just where was it? I just was thinking of you. Here we go. And this is about Napoleon. Oh, I wish it was the night that Rob came on. I don't know what Rob's doing. Actually, I should see if he wants to come on. Let's see here. That's a good idea. As a matter of fact, folks, Twitter at Burnett RM. People should message him. Tom's on. You should go on a show. Oh, God, he's going to kill me for that. Just a moment. Talk amongst yourselves. Burnett RM. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I want to. I probably could have worded that better. Said, "Hey Rob, are you busy? Want to come on my show?" My mind just went to where your minds have gone. Yep. So let's do it. Yeah. So I was looking through online and I saw an article that reminded me of Darth Plato and RM because they've been talking about Napoleon at one point. And I saw this article. It said Ridley Scott's new epic movie proves how badly his $170 million box office bomb was overlooked. The hype surrounding Ridley Scott's upcoming historic epic Napoleon highlights how few people even saw his most recent box office bomb. Now, I'm trying to think of what that movie... Oh, Last Duel. That is what Ridley Scott put out before. I forgot that he directed that. I don't think I've even seen it. But the movie Napoleon is being touted as his best since Gladiator, which I believe he's doing Gladiator 2. So that'll be interesting. Let's see here. The Last Duel was the movie Napoleon is being heralded as, but no one saw it. That's what it says here. While many think it will be Napoleon, Last Duel was Scott's true return to historic epics, as it was his first since the disastrous 2014 Exodus Gods and Kings. Did anyone here see Gods and Kings? I can't remember if I even saw that. Maybe I did. Can't remember. Critics and audiences, the ones that saw it anyway, agreed that The Last Duel was unique and thought-provoking epic drama carried by outstanding acting. Both audiences and critics' scores have settled over 80%. It was nominated for 3 Critics' Choice Awards and other accolades. And now my screen has yeah, I haven't seen it either. I don't even remember it. So yeah. Yeah, so okay. Yeah, so I think Napoleon sounds good. Oh, that's the one with Christian Bale. Right. Constantine. Was that one in 3D as well? Because I think I keep seeing it posted on I'm like, wait here. Let's look. Let's see here. Gods and I just saw it. Gods and here we go. Gods and Kings. Okay, and it's on HBO Max. Moses and Ramses. That's right, with Joel Edgerton. Right. This sounds like a remake of the Ten Commandments almost. This definitely sounds like a remake of the Ten Commandments. And if you're interested, it's on tomorrow on Miramax East at 6:30, Miramax West at 9:30. I guess they've gotten rid of HBO altogether. Interesting. It's inspired by the biblical episodes of the Exodus, Hebrews, and okay. So, yeah. So I haven't heard back from Rob yet, and I'm looking on my thing here. I got my Twitter opening one of the tabs on here, so I'll see if he responds. So yeah, it sounds like it's a part of the Ten Commandments that was just taken and made into a smaller film. Which, by the way, the Ten Commandments is one of my favorite films. I love that film because there are actors that you don't associate with movies like that are in there, like Edward G. Robinson. You know, I think Billy Crystal had that great joke. Has a great joke about the Ten Commandments. How actors who shouldn't be in that movie, like Edward G. Robinson, where's our Messiah now? So yeah, definitely. So I thought I'd show some physical media that I had. It's not a lot. It's just a little bit, something fun. I just wanted to do a little late night thing and see how it goes. I call this episode 0 because, I wanted to see how this goes and if I like it, if I have fun. Yeah, the Ten Commandments is one of my favorite films as well. Beautifully made. It's a long film, but it doesn't feel that long. I have excuse me, I have the 4K of it for the 1956 version. Well, that's because God's voice in the Ten Commandments, it's Charlton Heston. Charlton Heston played the voice of God as well as doing Moses. It's sort of like how what's his name? Mel Brooks did it in the no, did Mel Brooks do the voice of God? No. Mel did Moses. That's right, with these 10. No, with these 12. 10 commandments or something like that. Yeah. And they shot it on the Universal lot, and I think that area is still there of where they parted the sea. Yeah. As a matter of fact, a guy I watch on YouTube, Adam the Woo, was just at the Warner Brothers Ranch. And for those of you who don't know, the Warner Brothers Ranch is where they have all these houses for different TV shows and movies. So the house from Lethal Weapon is there, the one where the toilet blows up and goes shooting out of the window. And as a matter of fact, inside the house is there's an upstairs and a downstairs in that house. And upstairs, where that toilet went flying out, they show it. It's on the rafters. It's all charred still. It's still charred. And right next door to that house is the Griswold house from Christmas Vacation. And that's the exterior of that house. And inside, when you go in there, they have the staircase and everything like that. And then they have the attic. And the attic is not the attic. It's just one big room. And I guess to do that scene where he sticks his head out of the little door, the little window thing, he was up on a ladder and just stuck his head out of there. But everything was done on a soundstage. Yes. Let's see, who does it say? There's good argument that the Red Sea reference is supposed to be to the Reed Sea. Oh. That I did not know. As a matter of fact, the Ten Commandments, the Blu-ray or the DVD of it, has a great commentary on it. Great commentary track, and the Blu-ray is 2 discs. So you have the commentary on one disc, and then it goes to the other, and it has the intermission and all that. It's fantastic because a lot of the people in the Ten Commandments movie were in the original one that Cecil B. DeMille did before that. He did the old black and white, I think it was a silent version of it. And he took a lot of those actors and put them into this movie because I guess everybody that was in that movie had worked with him, Cecil B. DeMille, at one point. But yeah, the Warner Brothers Ranch has all these houses on it. And it has like some of the houses are from Dennis the Menace, the Partridge Family house, Lethal Weapon house, the Griswold house, and the house from WandaVision, the house that Wanda lives in. all that's getting knocked down. All those houses and stuff are getting knocked down, and all these old sound stages are getting knocked down, and they're going to build brand new sound stages all over there. So it's like a lot of Hollywood history, and there's one house that's been there the longest, and I think it's the house. I want to say from yes, Hugh Brenner is great in that. I think the oldest house on that ranch is from like an old TV show, and I can't remember which one because I just watched the video today. I'll post it later in the. I can actually post it in the chat now if I wanted to. But yeah, it's a really interesting tour of it all. Let's see. Okay. Adam the Woo. Which, by the way, if you haven't watched Adam the Woo, check out his channel. He's very, very good. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Here we go. Let's see here. Share. Copy link. Go back. And go to my late night stream here. And I'm posting it in the chat here. Adam the Woo. What's it called? Warner Brother Ranch Tour. Hello, Fletcher. It's good to see you. So right here in the chat, I posted the video of the Warner Brothers Ranch Tour. And as I was telling the others here, Fletcher, the Warner Brothers Ranch is where they have all these historic houses that they used in movies and television shows. As a matter of fact, on the Warner Brothers Ranch, there's a piece of like a driveway or road, and it's where they filmed the show Gidget, and it's where they had the beach. You can see on the road where the it tips up a bit for where the water would be. So yeah, and it's a really cool video. Adam the Woo, check out that video, and then check out a lot of his videos. He does a video almost every day. It's called the Daily Woo. He did for 5 years straight a video every single day. Every single day. And he goes to the Warner Brothers Ranch. He's done a few trips where he's done the Route 66 trip as well. And that is a really, really cool trip. If you ever get a chance to do the Route 66 trip. Because if you like the movie Cars, a lot of things from Cars inspired from the Route 66 thing. And Adam the Woo has been doing lately, been going to a lot of baseball fields. I think he did a tour of Fenway and Yankee Stadium. So it's really, really cool. And I should say that I'm not being paid to endorse this or put it out there. I just think it's a really cool channel with some really cool videos to watch if you like traveling and going to theme parks and then going to different places. It's really interesting. He's a really cool guy as well. No, he didn't. I haven't even heard from him. I asked him. I messaged him. Let's see. Nothing. And now I've lost the stream. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Nothing. No. But I'm here, and I know. Yay. Yes. That is a great movie. 8 Men Out. 8 Men Out is a fantastic film. Fantastic film. It's a good film to watch first, and then you watch Field of Dreams, because those two films go together. They're like a great double feature. Or sometimes you go, okay, watch Field of Dreams, and then someone goes, oh, was that really real? The White Sox scandal. And you go, yeah, here's this movie, 8 Men Out, and it's based on a book. Well, I have my notifications up, so we'll see what he says. But don't forget, uh, June 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, I'm interviewing Maria Espino. She is let's see here, if I can get her information correct, because I have it written here in my notes. I've been really working on this, folks, this interview. I've been coming up with questions and stuff. And I was texting her back and forth today, and she's doing very well. Let's see here. Okay, Maria Espino. She is a director of the Star Wars fan film. Not the last. She's a director of the Star Wars fan film, The Chosen One. She is a CEO and president of the Last Prophecy Gaming Incorporated, which is the premier film and TV and video game design studio that she's been working at for over 25 years. Yes, I know. And Rob is the Great Pumpkin. You know, I should do that. Oh, yes. I should find a thing of the Great Pumpkin, and then put Rob's face there, behind the moon, and or put him as his head as the pumpkin. Oh gosh, that would be really cool. I need to. I got to work on that one. That is a good one. I got to write that down. Yeah. I got to write that down. Let's see. Okay. And that would be funny. I mean, after all, I did make that. What do you call it? The banner to vote for Rob. Vote for Rob for president, because we should all be fucking or something like that. I think it was the banner said. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. I just saw. Here we go. That's right. The banner is vote for Rob as long as we're fucking. That's his tagline. Vote for him in 2024 as president. Trusted leadership in the PGS in the U.S. So yeah, impeach Rob. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll impeach him. Oh, cool. Pumpkin Invasions. Yes. I should say that one of the since it's that holiday, that Halloween type theme. One of the movies that I have here. Yeah. Um, One of the movies that I have here is that I bought a few years ago. The PGS had that there was a moderator, the Richard, and he would do these watch parties, and he did this long watch party on Facebook. And one of the things that he's shown was the special called the WNUF Halloween special. And if you have not heard of this special or have not seen it, I would highly recommend you do it. This is it. It's called the WNUF Halloween special. See if I can do this without the glare. All right. And this is like a mock Halloween special where it's like a news segment and it leads up to this live Halloween thing of where these people are going to go into a haunted house and there's going to be an exorcism, and it's hilarious of how that all goes down, and things that shouldn't happen during it. It's really good. I highly recommend it. It's called the WNUF Halloween special. How long is it? It is, let's see here, 83 minutes. It's unrated. It's 83 minutes, and it was made back in 2013, but it has, I look like I'm just whited out there. Yeah, so this was made in 2013 originally, and they just recently put this out last Halloween or the Halloween before that, 2000. It was 2022 or 21 that they put this out, but it came out in 2013, but it's made to look like it was done in the 90s or the 80s, and it looks like, yeah, so it's not that long, but it literally has the look of like it was done, like it was recorded on a videotape. So when you watch it, it comes up and it has like that little tracking things, and it says play, and it is one of the coolest things you'll ever see. It is really funny. It's one of the best Halloween things, because at first you watch it and you're like, okay, is this real? And it feels like it's a real thing. Sneakers, yes. I have seen Sneakers. I saw Sneakers when it first came out in the theaters. That was 30 years ago, I think. This year, or yeah, no, 30 years ago last year. I saw Sneakers in it. Oh, does it have any big names in it? No. And I'll tell you why. Because if it did, it wouldn't be believable. So it literally looks like it's from some local channel that just did a Halloween broadcast, and it has like these commercials that look like real local commercials from anywhere USA, and it is really, it's like a cult classic, really. One of the co-creators of the Blair Witch Project, Eduardo Sanchez, says it's the craziest thing I've ever seen on live TV. And it actually, it says here, it's supposed to take originally broadcast live on October 31st, 1987. And this right here, this is one of those things that you, if you really want something fun, the WNUF Halloween special. I'll write the name of it down here. WNUF. Whoa, hello. And this is not what I wanted to do. And how do I get out of this? Okay, here we go. I just got rid of the chat and brought the screen up full. That's not what I wanted to do. WNUF Halloween special. And you can get it on Amazon if you're looking for something like that. If you want to check it out, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's one of those things where you can get it, and then you invite friends over, but you put it on your TV before they get there, and you make it look like as if it's something that's actually on. And you go, oh yeah, this is real. This is real. And it's fun to do. It's really fun to do. Yeah. So, let's see here. What's this? Oh, thank you very much for subscribing, JH Edits. Thank you very, very much. And as I said, I put out a tweet last night. Last month, it was my 1-year anniversary of doing videos on the channel, and I'm sort of glad. Yes, it is a good fake out. I'm really glad that I started out by putting up reviews and worked my way up to doing live streams, because then I brought myself a plethora of content. I worked up some content, and I like that. Have you guys ever had a bed that felt like it should have been a hour? That's it. That's exactly right there. That's how it you list it. So yeah. But yeah, last month was my 1-year anniversary of doing videos on the channel. The first video I put up was a review for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And I know this because it's the day that it premiered. And it premiered. Let's see here. No, I don't want Goodreads. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness was the release date May 6th. So May 6th, I started putting up videos on the channel. Okay, yeah. That'd be great. That'd be really great. I wouldn't mind doing that. I wouldn't mind doing a collaboration. That'd be great. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, we'll figure something out. Yeah, so I've been doing this for a year. So I've been doing videos for a year. I have like over 100 and something videos on the channel. I have over 146 channel subscribers. I had what do you call it? I have over 300 hours of 3,000 hours. 3,000 or 300? I can't remember now. That's a good question, because now I'm going crazy thinking about it. Your channel. Oh no. Of course. Hang on a moment here, folks. Let me check something here. It may look like I'm frozen, but I'm not. Let's see here. Is that? Is that? Yes, channel. So that's loading. Hello, FM. FM. Yes, finally, you get to come to one of my shows. Oh yeah, you're in it for the practice. Yes, I'll give you good advice, and this is the advice that everybody has given to doing videos on YouTube. Okay, so whether it be vlogs or something like this, be yourself. Just be yourself. Find something that you're interested in and put it out there. And if you're lucky, someone will go, "Oh, I like this. Have you ever seen this?" And so it snowballs into something else. And it's really my Ed McMahon should be Irene Jobson. She should be my Ed McMahon. I would be demonetized if I ever got monetized. Here we go. Channel and dashboard. And 100 hours of watch time. Okay. So it's 100 hours of I don't know, it's 100 views. No, I just had it and I just said it. Good Lord. 145, 3,000 views, 100 hours. Okay. It's 100 hours of watch time and over 3,000 views on my videos. And that's a big thing. That means a lot. So to all of you who watch these videos, thank you very much for watching and just being a subscriber to the channel. I thank you all. And I think the live streams are fun because, people ask me questions and I love doing these live chats and whatnot because they're fun. And then at some point I'll probably get myself a do the StreamYards thing at some point when I'm ready to do that. And yeah, someone asked me if I was going to do a Patreon. I don't know what a perk for that would be. Well, a perk probably be like a Zoom call or something like that. But then I'm copying Rob or John or someone like that. I could do that. Sometimes I have to stop myself because I want to go, and I'm Tom Jr. Jackson, just to put it out there like that. Yes, this show is brought to you by the Burnett Work. That's right. This show is brought to you by the Burnett Work, which in no way sponsors or pays for anything on this channel. Well, okay, let's see here. What's this question Hidden has given me? Were you disappointed by actor Tom Cruise not showing up as Iron Man in Doctor Strange 2? And do you think it was going to be a reverse effect of, I think we all had these ideas of how the multiverse of madness was going to go. And we thought, okay, it's going to go into a House of M, but it's going to be reversed. And Tom Cruise is going to come as Iron Man. And it turned out that wasn't true at all. I don't think. And I think maybe I have a feeling that a lot of that stuff was put out there to throw people off. Would I have liked to have seen him as Iron Man? I think it would have been interesting. It really would have been interesting. I mean, because I know for a long time, Tom Cruise was, what was he? He was the front runner to play Iron Man. That was from what I heard for years. And then, from what I know, is that Robert Downey Jr. was up for playing at one point Doctor Doom, and they brought him in for auditioning for something. Maybe it was for that. And Jon Favreau saw him and saw something in him and fought for him to play Iron Man. Jack Black is Iron. Yeah, that would have been interesting too. I think that the like into Across the Spider-Verse has done the multiverse very well. And I was just reading about this before I came on. There was a cut storyline from Across the Spider-Verse with Spider-Man 2099, and there's a reason that he does not like Miles Morales and all the other Spider-Men. And it was something like how he had a drug problem. It was because his father experimented on him, and it was because of that he caused a spot to happen, and that spider was supposed to bite Spider-Man 42 and not Miles. So it was something that they played around with, you know. But to get back to Hidden's question, was I disappointed? No, not really. You know, I really do think that with Doctor Strange too, we built up in our heads what we wanted to see. We had these expectations, and I just don't do that. I don't build up expectations going, well, what if this happens? What if this happens? Well, maybe this will happen. Because once you start doing that, you get yourself all psyched up, and then when it doesn't happen, you know, you're like, oh, well, that movie sucked because XYZ didn't happen. But I love the fact that they did all that fan casting of putting those people in, Patrick Stewart and John Krasinski and all that. And as I've told Keaton as Iron Man, that would have been great too. Yeah, he did. As I've said, and I've even said it to Rob, one of the greatest things about Doctor Strange is that everybody got really upset that they killed off the Illuminati. But I said, no. Marvel giveth and Wanda taketh. You see. So they really put those characters in because the fans wanted to see John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic and Captain Carter and Letitia Wright as, I think that's her name, as Captain Marvel and all these different characters, and Patrick Stewart and all that. And I really liked how they did that because it was like, okay, here's this is, and then they kill them off. And the brilliant part of killing those characters off is that it moved the story along, because then you're not thinking, oh, well, they're there and then they leave. Because once they leave, you're thinking about those characters. And Patrick Stewart dies again. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'm really, really interested in seeing what they do for Deadpool, because from what I'm hearing, they're gonna probably have a lot of cameos in this film, and I'm excited to see how that works out. You know, I'm excited to see that. Yes, yes, exactly. My goodness, someone should do that. Someone should do a you pick your South Park characters on Marvel, and then you just put Patrick Stewart's face in Kenny's thing, and then you take the Kenny and you know make it so that he's on his back, and you have him going, "You killed Professor X again, you bastards!" Yeah. Spider-Man 2099. Yeah. And that really makes Oscar Isaac the only actor in Marvel to do, like, I think three different, no, to do a few different characters in Marvel like that. Like he's done, um, yeah. Well, I think that they really, one of the things they let the ball with, run away with for, um, hello, Bella, one of the great moderators of PGS, Bella of the Beast, 99. Hello. One of the things that they didn't do with Iron Man was really dig into his drinking problem. But I think that would have been a little bit too much on the nose, and it would have been, people would have saw that as like virtue signaling of drinking. Oh, so he's got a drinking problem. So now you're putting that out. It would have looked like that. But I really do think that, as I said, with Phase 4, what they've done with it was ballsy, of the themes of grief and overcoming grief and dealing with it and not dealing with it, and loss and family, and these were all tough subjects, but they were all done in different ways. Some ways you noticed, some ways you didn't. Some were done in ways that should have been done, in ways that they were done, and whatnot. It's fine, JH. It's we all make those mistakes. We all goof up sometimes. Um, I really do think that those themes throughout Phase 4 were important, and I think in some ways, the most, like I said before, I noticed the themes of, um, the grief and dealing with it, and all this stuff, while watching Wakanda Forever, and how Shuri had that guilt and grief of not being able to save her brother. So she kept that anger inside her, and couldn't let herself grieve right, and wouldn't let herself go with it. She couldn't forgive herself. So it was, a lot of it was about forgiveness. And then you have, um, the dealing of, what's his name, of Star-Lord dealing with losing Gamora, and Thor dealing with the loss of his father, his mother, his brother. Then you had, Jane dealing with her cancer, but not wanting to accept that she had it, so she would laugh it off. It's okay. It's a little late for everybody. That's why this is called Late Night Live. I normally do my shows on Thursdays at 1 Eastern, 1, so 9, 10. Yeah. So it's 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. And then I do, but this week I'm doing my Thursday show on Wednesday, because Thursday I'm going to be away for the day, and then I won't be back till later on Friday. Because I'm going away Thursday night, and Friday I'm going to see The Flash. So I'm excited to see Keaton as Batman again, and whatever goodies are stored away in that film as well. But yeah, I thought I'd do a little stream tonight just for fun. I earlier tonight I watched The Hunt for Red October, which from beginning to end is still one of the greatest movies. It's really fantastic. I love the intensity of The Hunt for Red October and how that race of getting Jack Ryan to the submarine is so intense. It's like he's just this guy who said, "I want to find out what these pictures mean. What does the submarine mean? Where's this going to go?" And it's just a great thing. As a matter of fact, that's what I have here. I actually have my Jack Ryan set. The Hunt for Red October, Patriot Games, Clear and Present Danger, and some of All Fears. And over there I have the Chris Pine version, the Shadow Recruit, which I really like. Shadow Recruit. You think the track scene is... Okay, so let's see. Yeah, that ending of the new Spider-Man movie, it's so unsettling because you're not expecting it. But they figured they needed to give Miles his own villain. So he's going up against a version of himself. So it'll be interesting to see. Yes, we're getting one more season, and I think it's later this month or next month it starts. I really enjoy that show. I really like it. It's a good show. All right, so Hidden asked, since you brought up the MCU Iron Man 2, the MCU movie Iron Man 2, do you think... Yeah, it's a cliffhanger. Bella, what it is this. Across the Spider-Verse is 2 hours and 20 minutes long, and it does have that feeling of it being long. And that's fine. But what sucks is that it feels long, but then you get to that ending. You get to that ending, and it's the cliffhanger, and you're like, what? No, don't end it here. I want more. So it's, so do you think Disney seems soft at how Mickey Rourke's character allows Tony to put on a super suit? You see, here's what I look at, is that the fact that Mickey Rourke's character in Iron Man 2 doesn't expect that Tony is going to put on that suit. I don't think he even realizes that Tony had that suit with him. So yeah, and it's been a while since I watched Iron Man 2. So I'll have to watch that again. And then I'll get back to you on that question, Hidden. But thank you for asking that. That's a great question. Yeah, it hits the nail on the head with Across the Spider-Verse of how long it was, and it feels long, but then you get to that ending, you're like, no, I want more. So it works both ways. It really, it's like a double-edged sword almost, and it's really cool. I like that. Let's see here. Huh. Yeah. But yeah, I really enjoyed that as well. I really like that movie. Actually, one of the great things about me is like I'm a fan of comedy. Love comedy. And one of the great things and I as much as I love comedy, I like Murders Only in the Building. Love that show. I'm a big Steve Martin fan, and I have here is the television stuff. This right here, this box set is all of Steve Martin's best work that you'll ever see. His stand-up specials, his collection of his TV show appearances, and his television specials that he made. But okay, Bella, thank you very much for showing up. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for showing up. Have a good night. Yeah, I really like that idea of no, he doesn't want Miguel. He wants Miles Morales. Wait, is that Miles? Yeah, he wants Miles in there, and he doesn't know how they would do it, but he says he's down for it. But if you really want to see the best of, oh, thank you very much. If you really want to see the best that you're ever going to see with Steve Martin, is get the television stuff. Oh, look, I made myself disappear. Do you think we're going to see glowing webs across the universe? Well, Across the Universe is the Beatles movie. Oh, Beyond the Spider-Verse, you mean? Do you think we'll see glowing webs and Beyond the Spider-Verse? I think that's weird. I don't know. And I don't know where they're going to go with Beyond the Spider-Verse. But I'm really interested in seeing. I'm really interested in because I've seen that ending where they have Nicolas Cage's character come back, but you don't hear his voice. So hopefully they bring him back from Beyond the Spider-Verse. Because now it's going to be interesting because they say there are characters you think you've seen all the Spider-Verse characters, but not all of them. They have so many. So now they could do so many different movies, so many different shows, so many different comic books, just using all those different Spider-Men. I mean, I'm sure watching Across the Spider-Verse, Rob was like, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one. So, yeah. I think it's going to be an interesting movie. I don't know. And I didn't know that Miguel had those. I don't know yet. But then again, there's a lot going on in Across the Spider-Verse. And I'm hoping that when they release it on physical media, that it comes with a commentary with the directors, because I want to know what they were thinking, why they put that in there, why they went this way, what brought them to that story. So yeah. And I think that they're setting up for more Transformers with how the ending is. And I do know that it's been like 15, 12, 15 years, something like that they've been working up to that specific ending that you're speaking of. So yeah. So yeah. And I love the Transformers movies. I have Age of Extinction in 3D, and that's really good looking in 3D. You know, I like how they have Mark Wahlberg in it, and he's like, "Who is a transformer?" You know, with his Boston accent there. I spent a little bit of today watching. Someone posted a marathon of All in the Family episodes, and I was watching a bit of those today, and those are still funny. I mean, and I don't think I've heard any of them edited for any of the dialogue in it. Not that I can remember, but they still hold up. Those All in the Family episodes. Kind of way. Yeah, they talk about the differences between his comic and his movie versions as well. So, harking back to what RM was talking about on the show this morning, on if you haven't checked out Positive Fandom on YouTube, give them a subscribe to the channel. Every Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Pacific. You can check out the very popular Sunday Brunch Live. And then since here on the East Coast, it is already Monday. Tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific on the Burn Network, you can check out Ladies of the PGS with RM and Lorena Creel. And I believe they'll be discussing Transformers. They'll be discussing many different things that went on this week. Actually, yesterday, Sunday, was the 37th anniversary of Oh, it's okay, Hidden. You know, we all can't be everywhere at once. You know, I kind of like Dark Side of the Moon for the fact that they brought Leonard Nimoy into it. And then I liked that they brought Anthony Hopkins into the Age of Extinction. And I recently saw a video, and I think it's circulating on YouTube, of Peter Cullen, who does the voice of Optimus Prime. And he talks about how he came up with the voice for Optimus Prime. And then he goes into the voice. It's really, really interesting. And in how he was telling his brother. His brother was like, "Well, what are you up for? What are you going to be doing next?" He goes, "Oh, I'm going to be playing, I'm going to be playing a truck." So, yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting. I really love things like that when you find out how someone's come up with a character or come up with a voice. And the story about how he came up with the voice is really, really cool. You know, and it's very good. As a matter of fact, I had the original G.I. Joe animated film. And I love that film, but I also love the original animated Transformers film. No. No, I did not hear about that guy. It sounds like something that Lorena Creel would be doing on her show or be showing this. Yeah. A life-size Transformers from his yard. Let me tell you, I've seen last October, I saw someone who had these skeletons in their yard. And there was one that must have been 20 feet tall. And I'm like, who puts a 20-foot tall thing in their yard? Wow. He's a billionaire. He even brought in the voice across to defend him. Wow. That's something else. That is something else. Yeah. So the story of how can I put this? Okay. So with the original Transformers movie, you see, and it's spoiler alert if no one's ever seen it, but Optimus Prime dies. And because he dies, there was such a backlash of people who were very, very upset over this. Very upset over Optimus Prime dying and certain characters dying. So while they were making the Transformers movie, they were also doing at the same time the G.I. Joe animated film. And so when the Transformers got released, they had to go in and change a little bit of the G.I. Joe movie. So in the animated G.I. Joe movie, again, spoiler alert, Duke is supposed to die. But instead, they put him in a coma. But they said, really, if you look at the way that they're talking, they say he's dead. But because people were in such a tizzy over Optimus Prime dying, they, put Duke in a coma. And that is why at the end, how the movie ends, how it ends. I have as I said, I have the Blu-ray of the G.I. Joe movie, and there's the commentary on it is from, I think, the man who created G.I. Joe, and he talks about this at length and how upset he was, like how stupid that was that people felt that way. But these shows, the G.I. Joe movie and the Transformers animated film, both those animated films were really made to advertise new toys. Like the G.I. Joe movie has that snake, serpent, yeah, the serpent guy, who was Burgess Meredith. So yeah, which I find amazing that they've have both those animated films have two iconic actors in it. You have the Transformers with Orson Welles, which was his last ever role. And then you have Leonard Nimoy in it as well. But then you have G.I. Joe, which has Don Johnson and Burgess Meredith in it doing voices. So, I mean, it was back in the day. That's when they were starting to get celebrities to do the voices in animated films. Like Transformers has Leonard Nimoy, Leonard Nimoy, Orson Welles, Eric Idle. And Eric Idle finds that movie weird. He doesn't quite get it. You can ask him about it on Twitter, and he'll tell you about it, what he thinks of it. And I think he'll refer to his book for a lot of questions that people have about certain things, like about the Ruddles. So we like read the book, or Python, read my book. But yeah, if you're nice enough, Eric Idle will interact with you. I've interacted with him a few times. He's a really nice guy. He's someone I would love to have come on the show and just talk with him about his career and the Ruddles and George Harrison and all that stuff. I would love to do that. That would be great. Yeah. So that's why if you ever watched the G.I. Joe movie, that's why it seems weird that Duke doesn't die. He goes into a coma. It's because of what happened with Transformers. One of the cool things I have here is I have these 4 movie collections. They got like 4 movies on 4 discs. So I have Herbie. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm here. So it has all 4 of the Herbie films. And that's the Herbie collection. Then I have the Kurt Russell collection, which is what we talked about this morning. We were talking about Kurt Russell on hold on here. Let me take back the curtain for a minute, as they would say. Boom. And here's the Kurt Russell collection. And this has 4 Kurt Russell films, 4 classic Kurt Russell films. Now You See Him, Now You Don't, The Strongest Man in the World, The Computer Who Wore Tennis Shoes, and The Horse in the Gray Flannel Suit. These are 4 of Kurt Russell's best Disney films that he did, because he was, first and foremost, started out with Disney. He knew Walt Disney. And he's even talked about the rumor about Walt Disney, that Walt Disney's final words were Kurt Russell. And he has no idea why. He thinks maybe Walt was thinking about doing a movie with Kurt or something like that, but he wanted to, just do that. Then the other one I have here is the Don Knotts collection. And this has Apple Dumpling Gang Returns, Hot Lead, Cold Feet, and Gus. Now, in Hot Lead, Cold Feet, let's see if I can get this here. In Hot Lead, Cold Feet, one of the guys in this film, his name is Jim Dale. And Jim Dale is the man who narrates the audiobooks for Harry Potter. He's the one who does all the voices in the Harry Potter audiobooks, and he was an actor as well at one point. But my 2 favorite movies here are the Apple Dumpling Gang and the Apple Dumpling Gang Returns. I am just a fan of those films. I love these old Disney films, but I also love Herbie. I love Herbie the Love Bug. Herbie is a great film. It's fun. But the other film I have here is Crazy People. And if you have not seen Crazy People, there we go. Crazy People. Crazy People is with Dudley Moore. Let's see if I can do this right. Dudley Moore. And I can never get these. And Daryl Hannah. And Dudley Moore plays an executive who works on Madison Avenue in one of those big advertising agencies. And one day he just has a breakdown, and they put him into a mental hospital because he comes up with these ads that tell the truth. And they're like, well, no one wants to hear the truth. No one wants that. And the day that he goes into this mental hospital, he's in there, and the person on the phone is, yeah, the ads are on my desk, and bring them to the printer. And the guy brings the wrong ads to the printers, and all these ads go out there. At one point, there was some movie called Psycho Basket or something like that. And for it in the film was, if you don't see this movie, you'll be fucked up for the rest of your life, or something like that. And it's one of the funniest things. Or Volvos will not get you a hand job, or they won't get you a hand job. And yeah, it's a funny movie. With Dudley Moore, and it's Dudley Moore, Daryl Hannah, and Paul Reiser from My Two Dads, and what's the other movie I'm thinking of? That other show, Bad About You, as well. So yeah, I recently listened to today. I finished the audiobook for Artemis, Andy Weir's second book. Artemis came out after. When did it come out? It came out after, I want to say, The Martian. So The Martian came out first, then Artemis. And Artemis is a really great suspense story. It's an action suspense. It takes place on the moon. That's all I'm going to say about it. But it's fantastic. The audiobook is fantastic because it's narrated by Rosario Dawson, and she does a great job. But the Project Hail Mary is also good as well. Project Hail Mary is a fantastic audiobook, and I really, really enjoyed that. I wanted to recommend, if you have Prime Video, folks, check out Deadlocked. It's Dead, the word Dead, Dead, Locked. And I'm going to put the name of it down in the chat. Let's see. Dead. Let's see if I can get in there. Deadlock. I watched the first episode tonight. All I can say, it's an Australian type show. It's a comedy, but it's all a mystery. And it starts out with murder. And then there is a bit of a cunning linguist action in that film. In the show. So any show that starts out with some cunning linguists is a good thing. But it's really good. I highly recommend it. I just saw it on there and I said, well, let me check the show out. It's different. That's all I can say. Well, folks, we have been on for almost an hour and a half. I think I'm going to end the show now. I think that's a pretty good amount of time. I want to thank you all for coming. We'll probably do this again next Sunday. We'll have fun doing it again. I want to thank JH Edits. I want to thank Bella the Beast. I want to thank Thomas. I want to thank The Hidden. And everybody that has watched the replay of this, I want to thank you for coming as well. And don't forget, June 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, I'm interviewing Maria Espino on this channel about her Star Wars fan film, The Chosen One. It's very interesting, and it's a great story of how that's getting made and where it's coming from and stuff. She's doing some fantastic things with that. and we'll talk about her being the CEO and president of a gaming company as well. And I think at some other point we're going to be having Paul from Twinflix. He's coming on the channel at some point as well. I'll be interviewing him. And also I want to thank Darth Plato too as well for coming. But hopefully at some point, if enough people keep messaging Rob and telling him you want him on my show, maybe we'll get him on, because that would be fun too. So I want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank you all for watching. And please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the content you see here. Everything is in playlists on my channel. And coming in October, after the movie reviews, Spooky October Edition Season 2 is coming. That's right. Where we, for the month of October, any hints on that title? The Chosen One. Yes. How can I put this? That she's moving forward with the sequel stories, but she's doing it in such a way it's going to be a lot better than what how did she put it to me? She's trying to write the sequels. She's trying to make them right, make the story right. If you go to after the sequels, youtube.com, I'm going to just put it in here. I don't know, Tom. Why don't you? Let's see here. Hang on a moment, folks, and I will put the link to her channel in the chat. Outcasts, positive fandoms. Here, Nerd Girl. Here we go. Text, and I do that. And here is the link from Maria's channel. And I have to check it out. There is a trailer for the film. It's an animated film. And yeah, she's told me that she's the lawyers at Lucasfilm and Disney to know what she can and can't do for a film. But yeah, go check it out. There's actually little videos explaining how the movie works and what they're looking to do. So yeah, check it out. And until next time, folks, please remember, we are all goof people. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your night. Bye-bye for now.